I've been clamoring because I play The Flash on The Flash, which is Warner Brothers property. He's going to make a reverse Flash movie. I'm like, yo,
I'm in.
yo,
right. I'm right here.
Yo.
I can still fit. I can still fit the costume on.
Yo, yeah, JG, I'm like that, right?
I got a mug the size of my head.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if folks can see it or not, but I got a mug, and it's filled with black tea and a splash of milk because I don't raw dog the black, but I raw dog the green. And the mug's the size of my head. And you were telling me about the goddamn song. What about the song?
We'll get back to the mug because the mug raises so many questions to me, and I kind of love it. I just want you to know right off the bat, I love it. You're like a guy who's like, you're 65, 66, and you got a giant mug, and you just got your tea in it, and you're just doing your thing. It's a guy who's sort of like comfortable in his own skin. He's got a giant mug. Why? Nobody knows. We'll get to that. I wasn't singing the song to myself so much as like I had the holiday station on.
Oh, yeah.
Which that's my want. And I toggle between James Fallon and the oldies on Sirius 71 and Holly. I got all the holiday stations on the go. And if I don't like the thing, I just pop on over. So I'm on the modern stations.
Wait,
I'm listening.
James Fallon as in Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, you call him Jimmy?
Well, no. I just wanted to, I'll let you know what I call him, but I just wanted to clarify that that's who you were speaking of. He's got his own Sirius XM channel. I didn't know that.
Oh, he's great. He had it last year for the first year. He re-upped this year. A lot of our viewers, I don't even know if they are, we have to drill down, are probably familiar with this Sirius XM channel 15. And he's got the holiday, vibe going from actually pre-Thanksgiving. He takes it, I guess not seriously is the wrong word, but he's fully on board. He's fully in. All his poker chips, all his Christmas chips are on the table, and he does a great job. He's basically DJing it, talking about his own experiences. This is not a promo for the James Fallon, but he does a really good job. It's like our boy John Krasinski, who got his start on the television show you starred in, Ed. Started
you mean
something
James Krasinski?
Well done. Yeah. James Krasinski started on Ed. He did a thing during the pandemic.
He was on Ed?
Yeah, his first big network moment, and it wasn't a big moment, it was on Ed, yeah.
What did he play? Was I in a scene with him? I don't remember him.
It was me and him, and I had met him in New York City, and sometimes you meet people that just have the thing. Clearly he had the thing in retrospect, but I felt it at the time. We were walking up Lexington. He was going to after. He didn't know where it was. I was like, I'll take you. This kid from Boston, literally off the train. James Krasinski might have a different version of the story, but this is how I recall it. And we exchanged numbers. Great guy. And I'm like, I was directing one of our episodes. And I was like, this is a crappy part. It's so small. Do you want to have an NBC credit? At that point, I don't think he had credits. He's like, I would love to. And what was interesting is when you direct and you sit on the edit and you watch the thing, and his line was, Ed Stevens, yeah, you've been served, process server. But what was great about the small things that actors do, like I didn't notice at the time because that show took place in a bowling alley half the time, and I was bowling, and he comes up, he waits for me, and he comes up. But in the background, I see him time his walk in from the bowling alley, sit at the snack bar, kind of look around for me, like just checking the thing out, and right on kind of spot me, take the 20-yard walk over, and right on the time as I'm talking to someone in mid-sentence, Ed Stevens, he walks right in, and it was like, he nailed it every time. And those are things that you and I have been on set a billion times. That's your entrance. That's your line. Where are you? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And this guy was like, oh, he nailed it. And then, of course,
I've never nailed it. When somebody says to me, we need you to hit this mark 20 yards away when so-and-so is halfway through the line that I can't hear.
Yeah.
And I've got to come up with some business in the background, I'm looking around. The fries are going, and what's over there on the jukebox, and I got to walk over to you. I've never nailed it, not once. We're doing take 30. We're doing take 35. We're there till dawn.
And then as a director, I'm like, Michael, you can just be there, and I'm gonna deny you with the camera, and then we'll just come right over. You can already be there. I talked to James Gunn about this. I'm hoping to do his next big movie. You did his last big movie, Superman, and James. I can
put in a word. I can put in a word for Jim for you. I call him Jim.
If you put in a word with Jim Gunn, that'd be great, because he calls me up. He's like, hey, am I entering a hornet's nest with this guy? And I'm like, oh, no, he's the best. He's the best. And I was like, you're going to love it. He's like, I'm not entering a hornet's nest with this guy. I'm like, no. He's the best. You're going to love him. He's like, so no. And then he starts saying hashtag in front of the thing. You know, he's like, so it's not he's like, it's not a hashtag hornet's nest with this guy. And it's always this guy. He's not. And I'm like, we're talking about Michael Ian Black. He's like, that's the guy.
It's surprising to me that Jim Gunn would call you up as a character reference before hiring me for a character that appears for about 45 seconds in the Superman movie. I mean, that just goes to show you the dedication that this guy has.
You know Alan Tudyk?
Yeah, I call him Al.
Alan,
yeah.
Al. So Al plays Thor. It's also Gary is also a name. He plays the robot in Superman. Jim knows going in. JG knows. All right, these guys are in there for not a long time, but they're stealing every scene they're in. Corona Sweat is just going to be like, oh, I'm a backseat driver, and every scene that Tudyk's in and Ian Black is in, I'm just like, he knows. So JG knows going in, you're going to steal every scene. So he wants to be sure that he's not entering into a hashtag hornet's nest. So he calls me up. Yeah. He's like, so I'm going to get your guy in this thing, and is like,
he hired me as a favor to you. I didn't even realize that.
No.
I'm gonna get your guy, Tommy. Don't worry about it. I got your guy.
No. You say to him on social media, "Can I be in it?"
Right.
He sees your thing. He's like, "Yes," and then just like that, he's never met you. Everybody on the planet knows of you, but he's like, "Am I getting?" He's lying at night at home, going, "I know it's not a hornet's nest with Tudyk, but I'm getting in a hornet's nest with this guy. So who can I call?" And I've been clamoring because I play the Flash on the Flash, which is Warner Brothers property. He's going to make a Reverse Flash movie. I'm like, yo,
I'm in.
Yo,
right. I'm right here.
Yo.
I can still fit the costume on.
JG, I'm like that, right? So he's had to do this. He's had to have me at arm's length for about 5 years. So he's got me in the Rolodex. He's like, I hope this guy, if I call him, isn't going to be like, yo. And I wasn't, because I know the deal. I know Hollywood. And I'm like, he's like, tell me about your boy. Your name was never mentioned. He's like, am I getting into a hornet's nest with this guy?
And he didn't say hashtag hornet's nest. He just said
that nest. After he said it 3 times. He's like, I'm like, no, he's the best. He's like, so not a hornet's nest, this guy. I'm like, no hornet's nest. He's not a hornet's nest with this guy. He keeps saying this guy. And I'm like, he's the best. And then he says, so not a hashtag hornet's nest. Right? So then he's about to hang up because he's busy, man. He's like, guy. He's so busy. He's going to, before we know it, he's going to be running Netflix and Paramount and Warner Brothers. He's going to be running that conglomerate. Just before he hangs up, I'm like, wait. He's like, what? I'm like, don't have him walk in and out. He's like, no. I'm like, put him behind a desk. Sit the fucker behind a desk. And he's like, okay. Because I was thinking of a couple different roles. Like, no, put the guy behind a desk. And there you go. I
was wondering, when we were on set, because I said to him a few times, I said, Jim, do you want me to cross during the scene? You know, because you got Superman busted into the thing. And what I could do is I get banana over, you know, and I'll land just when I'm going to banana, you know, I'm going to banana over just when he says the thing. And he says, you know what? I think it's more impactful if you're just sitting there. So I was like, all right, you're the director. I was wondering because I offered to do the banana. Yeah.
Were there scenes where you were in the script where it's written, because I know the script was written before you were hired, where you're supposed to banana or walk in and exit and all that kind of stuff? Okay, so that was in the script.
Yeah.
And then he took it out.
I mean, he just said the day. So they gave me the script. Then a few days before I shoot, they hand me new pages. They say, "Oh, new pages." Okay. And I noticed that all the physical stuff is gone. And I said to him, I said, Jim, I noticed in the earlier script, you had me crossing behind, like I'm making my entrance because my character, Clevis Thornway, a very popular character. He's got his own TV show, and he should come in. He should do an entrance. And he says, he says to me, he says, you're the best, and that's the word he used. He said, "You're the best."
Great.
Yeah. And he said, "You're the hashtag best." And I was like, "Oh, okay, hashtag." And then he said, "And because of that, just plant your butt in the chair. Don't even move it. More impactful." I said, "All right," because I studied these things, Sure. And I know, Anthony Hopkins and Kirk Douglas and those guys, they say, "Oh, you stare at the guy, don't blink, don't even move a muscle. It's more impactful." So when Jim says to me, "Yeah, we just want you to sit there," I go, I get it. He thinks I'm Tony. Like one of those guys, like
Tony and Kirk. Yeah.
I call him Anthony or Kirk. Yeah. I call him Kirk.
So what's interesting is the hitting the mark thing is I love it when people are walking in the scene and I do this.
Oh yeah, it's a favorite of mine. And I point it out all the time to Martha. I'll just describe for those who are not viewers what you just did. And now this is a game that you can play anytime you're watching a film or television show. Watch an actor making an entrance. Watch their eyes as they get to the place where you think they're about to speak. They will look down, 25, 30% of the time because they're seeing if they hit their stupid mark. Yeah. And it's always funny to me to see that sort of like the curtain drop right there.
A mark looks like this. It's a T on the ground, and so you're centered on the T, and then you don't go past the top T line. If you want to see what a mark looks like, watch John Travolta in Staying Alive pacing before an audition, because every time he goes to the far thing, there's the mark in the background, and you can see exactly what a mark looks like. So some camera assistant is in trouble for that one, but the mark is right there. A simple thing is like just go through the various hosts on Saturday Night Live. This one actually cracks me up. And introducing tonight your host, Michael Ian Black, and they'll come out of kind of like the back by the band, and they'll walk down to the front of the stage. What's interesting is there are times when a mark is super easy because, the front stage, you're going right to the front. So you don't have to look at your mark, just go to the front, right? And yet 8 out of 10 of those people will walk down the thing and then they'll look right down. And a lot of times these are actors. I'm like, it couldn't be easier. Just walk down and kind of like, "Hey, how we doing, folks?" Because the stage, you can feel where the end of the stage is. You don't have to look down at the mark because the mark's at the end of the stage. So that's a fun thing to do if you want to look at an actor looking for the mark.
I'm reminded.
Saturday Night Live. Yes,
I just had a flash of a memory of when we were working on Ed. Now, when we were working on Ed, I'll just from my point of view, I hadn't done like a big network show before, and that was my first time. I still haven't, and I was anxious about it. And I remember early on, our DP, I kept missing my mark. I was like overshooting it, because I was trying not to look down. And there was a scene where I was looking down, trying not to overshoot it. And of course, I was overshooting it every time. And then our DP, Rob, what was his face? Not Rob, the guy with the beard. You remember him? He like collected Ferraris or something. You remember that guy?
Michael Slovis?
No, it wasn't Slovis. It was another guy. It was like an Australian guy or something. I can't remember who he was. But anyway, he said, "Hey, you want me to put a sandbag down so where your foot is supposed to be?" Yeah. And I never felt more emasculated in my life than when he offered to put a sandbag in front of me so I didn't overshoot my mark. And after that, brother, you better believe I hit that mark. Until the next time.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd be tripping.
Why were you singing the goddamn 12 Days of Christmas?
We haven't even done that yet. That's terrible. So it was on. So I'm toggling between the things, and I would say the third participant in the 3 stations I listen to is the real old ones, but oftentimes that's Rosemary Clooney. I'm like, pick it up. You know what I mean? So it's a fella named Jim Whittaker. For those of you who don't like the old school, people used to love Jim Whittaker way back in the day. He's a crooner, and he's singing 12 Days of Christmas, and I can't remember the last time I actually listened to the words, right? Mm-hmm. Then I started listening to them, and I'm kind of like, I think by the time we hit Turtle Doves, the recipient might be like, I'm good with the birds. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just like, oh, so now 3 birds. You think right there, like, I was thinking that should stop the song, maybe. You're like, you're my true love, and I guess we could put the Partridge. out back. But now
this is what I was thinking about. I was having the same thought, except mine didn't get past the first day of Christmas because I was thinking, and I was thinking this today, probably at the same time you were thinking this.
On my drive to do the podcast, literally like 18 minutes ago, my driving the Jeep up, I got the thing on. I'm listening, like, he's singing about the true love. And then it was like, 2 turtle doves, 4 calling bird. Like, it's like the date, the true love is obsessed with these birds, right?
Here's what I couldn't get past.
There's also other things. Go ahead. What's your deal? Same thing?
So the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge, in a pear tree. That confused me a lot. Mm-hmm. Why is the partridge, why the inclusion of the pear tree? And how do you keep the partridge in the pear tree? Right? Mm-hmm. You get the pear tree, which by the way, would be a lovely Christmas gift. Mm-hmm. a pear tree that you can overwinter in your conservatory. And then when spring comes, you dig out the loam and you put it in and you got yourself a pear tree. But how do you get the partridge to stay in the pear tree? And I'm not even convinced a partridge would perch in a pear tree. Having very little ornithological knowledge or botanical knowledge, even so, I remain unconvinced that a partridge would nest in a pear tree. And then, like you said, you got the turtle doves, you got the milking maids. You're buying somebody maids a milking? What the hell is that? Are they lactating maids, or are they milking cows, which you have not received?
Right. So I think maybe the milking maids is, it's weird over at that house. And I think maybe at some point the milking maids is like, look, it's an apology. Here, have some of these, these
maids.
I don't know. I just like, cause it's very different from what we're offering up to that point.
Yes.
Right. And the partridge, I think, is shackled, unfortunately. Or you see those, like, you see the birds in the cages sometimes. There's like a little thing around the. I think it's animal cruelty. I think the partner, the true love, maybe works in a nursery, and so the pear tree is small. They got the little partridge kind of. He's like, here you go, And so hopefully you'll plant the pear tree, it'll grow. You'll say, lovely gift. The shackled partridge is less, unless they plan to eat it. But even so, we don't on mates, we don't stand for animal cruelty of any form. And so the whole thing, like right off the bat, like I got to like 2 turtle doves and you could kind of see it as a skit. Like the door opens and the person comes in. You're like, oh,
right. Now I got these turtle doves I got to deal with. I just looked it up, and this was my query. Would a partridge nest in a pear tree? And this is what Google's telling me. No, a partridge would not typically nest in a pear tree. Mm-hmm. They're ground nesting birds that prefer fields and hedgerows. So the partridge in the pear tree from the Christmas Carol is more symbolic or a misunderstanding, though related birds like grouse do roost in trees. And I can imagine that whoever wrote the song was thinking to themselves, I know partridges don't rest in pear trees, but the PP sound, the alliteration is going to be so good for the cadence. On the first day of Christmas, why don't you look up to me? A grouse in a pear tree.
In a pear tree.
Not nearly as good.
You can see them scratching out stuff. Robin, grouse, a canary in a pear tree. Like, partridge. They're like, you know what? Hopefully nobody develops a hit podcast about snacks and outs me on this. So that's where we are. Hey, you're on a hit podcast about snacks. If you don't know where you are, folks, this is Mike and Tom Eat Snacks. Mike and Tom Eat Snacks, sometimes known as Mates, with my good friend, Michael Ian Black.
And my good friend, Tom Gavin.
In a pear tree. I mean, the pear tree, like you say, you had a background, you have a pear tree, that would be a home run. Like once it came to fruition and
oh yeah, I mean, I can picture this pear tree 20 years in, dropping fruit like nobody's business. Russet pears, Bosch pears, I don't know, all kinds of pears. I don't know, the trees can grow multiple varieties of pears, but in my head they can.
Sure they can. They're pear trees.
Yeah, of course. Then one winter day you happen to look out and you see, what do you see there? You see a bird nesting in there. You go, oh my gosh, there's a grouse in the pear tree. And then your true love taps you on the shoulder, shakes their head, and gives you a gentle smile. And you realize as a tear drips from your eye, by God, that's a partridge. Today on Mike and Tom Eat Snacks, I mean, continuing the fish or fowl theme, we have...
Yeah, kid.
Look,
no,
I play it straight, you know?
Sure.
And when you play it straight, sometimes there's going to be, and again, low-hanging fruit. Sometimes the most appropriate thing to do is grab that pear. That's what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
We've got ourselves a snack on the podcast today that, I got to be honest, makes me want to retch a little bit just kind of contemplating it.
Oh, okay? Interesting.
But that doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean it's bad. It may not be. May be delicious, but conceptually, I'm opposed.
Can I tell you why I'm not opposed?
Sure.
Fishwife. You remember Fishwife? We had the smoked rainbow trout on this podcast. I don't remember what we rated, but I know it was high.
It was high, 7.5, 8, something like that. It was high.
It was way up the scale. And I remember I had the same inclination as you apparently do now. Back then, I was like, "Come on, you're gonna give me trout in a box, a tin in a box?" I'm like, I don't think so. And holy Hannah handbasket! If you haven't listened to that episode, Magic and I both love the smoked rainbow trout by Fishwife. Look up the Fishwife. It was a delight. I mean, when I couldn't wait to get off that thing and hang up and just enjoy it. And so I think I may be unfairly influenced by that as I look at today's snack, because I'm like, this is going to be like Fishwife. And so I don't want to retch. My salivary glands are working overtime.
I had the opposite. When I looked at Fishwife, I was like, oh, this could be good. It's tinned fish, smoked fish, because I'm a Jew and I know smoked fish is delicious. Jews just genetically.
Jews know
genetic.
that.
Yes.
It's not. So you're saying, the sons and daughters of Israel, that it is a genetic inclination as opposed to a learned thing. Interesting.
We instinctively know that a tinned fish is going to be delicious, but that's not what I'm about to consume, because what I'm about to consume is artisanal catch of the day like the good people at Fishwife do. This is corporate commercial fishermen going out there taking, maybe they're just going to their farm. Maybe Bumblebee Tuna has a farm where they have, like Kentucky Fried Chicken. The rumor was that they had these monstrous chickens in pens that are giant size. They don't even have beaks, that they've genetically engineered these chickens to be freaks. That, in my head, that's what Bumblebee Tuna is doing with their snack on the run, tuna salad and crackers, original flavor, spoon included.
Bumblebee snack on the run. Tuna salad and crackers,
original spoon.
You gotta have that snack. The spoon's included. But I love the tuna. Stormtroopers, hit the ground.
Now, I like a tuna. I do like a tuna, but tuna always grosses me out just a little bit. Any sort of tuna salad, any chopped tuna. It's not that I don't like it, but it grosses me out.
Really?
Yeah, because I think, to me, it's cat food. It looks like cat food. It smells like cat food. Tastes good. Maybe cat food tastes good. I don't know. I've never tried it, but it doesn't. I
have tried it, because sometimes it looks like that might be okay. And this is, so I got the package. I'm opening the package, and you'll be pleased to see it's so simple. I thought something cooler, because here's the cover, right? And I was like, oh, a box. This is something. And look how it looks like on the box. You can see the tuna on the cracker. And I thought it'll be like Fishwife. There'll be some kind of thing. And instead, what we got, and you'll be happy, Michael, because tin, plastic, foil wrapper of crackers. And this is my favorite. Spoon included. You're like, all right, spoon. We all know what a spoon, like, here's for reference. You can see the size of the spoon.
So the spoon, for those of you who aren't viewing, it's approximately the size and shape and consistency of a little spoon that you would go in when you sample ice cream. They say, "Oh, can I have a little sample?" And they give you this on a little tasting spoon. That's delicious, Rocky Road. But you wouldn't say, "Can I sample your tuna fish?" You wouldn't say that. And
no,
the tin of tuna, as you described it, is not a tin. I mean, maybe technically it is. It's made of tin, probably. But this is a can, and it's a cat food can. That's what this is. This is Fancy Feast by Bumblebee or something. It's not giving me confidence that I'm going to enjoy this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I have to say, there's a few things that have knocked my enthusiasm down a peg. The smoked rainbow trout, I mean, that was just like the fish oil, the whole kind of thing. And I don't know why I thought it'll be exactly like that. I think I know why I thought that, because I'm an idiot. But I kind of feel like I like the box packaging. I think that's what influenced me towards the positive. It looks good. The colors are good. I like the blue. I like the graphic. I like the snack, because that's anytime you got, look at it, they know what we're doing. It's a snack, damn it. It's a snack. We're doing a snack. And I like that. I like the blue, like I said, the blue combination. I like the graphic. There's something kind of 50s dinerish about this, or like something kind of like old school about the packaging that I feel they nailed. I like the Bumblebee with the red complementing the blue, the lighthouse, B, double B-E, B-E-E, B-E well for life. Spoon included, 8-gram protein. Like the whole packaging is pleasing to me. The fish wife packaging.
Hold on a second. Hold on. What? While I agree with you that the box is a great looking box, an attractive box, until your eye rests on my eye rests on the photograph they have of what the tuna fish and cracker is supposed to look like. They have a little mounded polyp of tuna spread on a cracker. It looks like sort of a Ritz cracker, and they've garnished it with what looks like rosemary for some reason. And there's something in the tuna, something green and something orange. It doesn't say what it is. There's something green in there, and there's something orange. Well, what is that? That's alarming to me that they're picturing. Okay, so maybe it's celery or something. Okay. There's corn syrup in it. Why is there corn syrup? Oh, probably because the cracker.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in here. Oh, I see. Okay, so there's two different ingredient listings. There's one for the tuna salad and one for the cracker. The tuna has celery, that's the green, and carrot, that's the orange. Okay.
There you go.
And the all right, so that answers that. Doesn't make me feel much better about it. I'm going to open my tin.
Yeah, go ahead and open the tin. They got a couple of things that, I just don't mind. Snackalicious, like kind of like an old baseball script across the front of your uni. I like the Snackalicious design. Then they got feeling hungry, craving protein, in a rush. We got you covered.
I don't like the idea that they're calling this on the run, because anytime I have to spoon ingredients onto multiple crackers, I can't run while I'm doing that. This is not a jogging snack.
Their thing is it's a handy spoon for instant gratification.
Sure.
And I just love the size of the spoon, because not really. So what are you struggling with?
Well, a couple things. First of all, I'm struggling with the aroma. And that's not Bumblebee's fault. It smells like tuna salad, and that smell makes me retch. Makes me retch a little bit, even though I don't dislike it. I'm also struggling a little bit with the size of the spoon, as you indicated. Although, now that I have mounded a certain amount of tuna salad onto the spoon, what I'm realizing, to Bumblebee's credit, is that the spoon is actually the perfect size to give you the perfect amount. It does mount very well.
It mounts well. I'm going in.
All right, Tom's consuming. You can hear him chewing. He's not made any faces one way or the other to indicate his general satisfaction or dissatisfaction. The head is tilting a little bit. He looks curious.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Not bad,
I mean,
he says.
It's not bad. Like, I guess here's what I was worried about, and it overcomes this worry. A lot of times you get in there with the tuna,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems counterintuitive, but the damn stuff is dry.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why? It's in a tin. Why are we dry? Why is it tough to chew? My tuna for my Bumblebee tuna salad original is got like a lovely
Well, it's got mayonnaise in it.
moisture texture. It's not dry in the least. I prefer my tuna salad that way, and this is kind of exactly how I like it. I would add a little, maybe a little more mayo, but this is surprisingly good. And now I'm going to address the cracker. The cracker is surprisingly good to me. It's not stale. It's got a good salt level to it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta double down and be sure I'm getting this right. The tuna is enjoyable.
All right, so I'll start with the cracker here, and you're right. This is like a kind of like a silver dollar sized, or maybe a little bigger than that. Small disc, perforated, salt. No, there's no partnership. You know, a lot of times at these big brands, what you would expect to see is like Bumblebee pairs with Ritz crackers for snack on the run. You know, the ritziest tuna fish in the world. But these are generic crackers. These are Bumblebee brand crackers. Not that such a thing exists.
They're done in their own house.
They are
in-house?
good. They are good. Yeah, they're in-house artisanal crackers.
No, I missed this the first time. They call them buttery crackers, and
buttery crackers.
Yeah, they are kind of buttery. Yeah, they've got butter in the. They got butter in the ingredient, butter, cream, natural flavor. Yeah, I mean, this is a pleasant surprise.
I'm about to have my third one, and I'm doing and I'm eating the third one really in the interest of science, because I want to make sure that my biases are as neutered as I can possibly get them. Because
you neuter your biases.
I'm trying to neuter my biases.
Mm-hmm. That's going to go up in the group chat.
And so
the guy neutered his biases.
My conclusion remains the same after the first one, and you know, we can get to it now. We can wait for ratings, whatever you want to do.
I think we get to it now. We can rate. I'm happy to.
My problem with this particular tuna salad, I think, has very little to do with Bumblebee's rendition of tuna salad and more to do with general tuna salad. And my problem with this kind of refers back to my genetic predisposition towards tinned fish, which is my genetic, what's the opposite of a predisposition? Anti-disposition, I guess, towards anything with mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, to me, is the worst of the condiments. It's almost never a condiment I reach for. And the fact that it's a little bit mayonnaise heavy for my taste on the tuna salad. But in addition, I don't know what it is, but there's something a little bit sweet in the tuna salad, which is really grossing me out. I don't want any sweetness connected to my fish in any way, shape, or form. Unless it's Swedish fish, in which case I want them to be extremely sweet and red.
Natch.
But just the idea of a sweet tuna salad brings to mind, like, you know, those 50s like ambrosia salads that are made of like Jell-O and marshmallow. And I don't know, there's something about this that just doesn't sit right with me.
All right. I mean, it feels like you've like dived headlong into ratings a little bit there. And so
holy shit, I said, what did I do? I said, you want to wait for ratings? And you said, no, let's just go right ahead. And then I feel like I'm getting chastised.
No, I meant let's go right ahead and rate.
God.
That's what I meant.
I apologize. So I don't know because here I am chastising you for chastising me. You weren't chastising at all.
Chastising. I was like, shall we do ratings? You were like, you went ahead and started kind of rating, but not really. And then you got mad at me. That's just encapsulates the last 2 minutes, which is great.
Yeah, it's pretty much the last 25, 30 years of our friendship.
It's a great podcast, and it's a great friendship. It really is. Were you Janelling or no? What do you got?
What I wanted to do was I wanted to sample the cracker on its own. Now that the cracker is going to get its own rating, can't give the cracker its own rating because it's a separate component of the snack. But I wanted to divine how good the cracker was, and honestly, on its own, it's okay. It's like if you combined a Ritz and a saltine. The exact midpoint would be the Bumblebee buttery cracker. Ratings?
Rating.
Hey, we're doing it now. We're doing it. You must rate it. Yeah. I mean, you just went on and on and on. And so I think people are going to know where you stand. So before you go, because you can just come in and close. And by the way, do you ever think like I feel like you would be a great closer, like at all sorts of, in all walks of life. Like I would love to see you. I know you played in the NFL for 9 years, 2 rings, I know, but you're a good athlete. And did you ever think like that would be a solid job, closer? I come in, I throw like 14 pitches. I can see you doing that. Just like the guy in the clubhouse with the firearm, like you're just a guy who's like, am I on the team? Kinda. Am I one of the most important things? Yeah. Like, do I do the least? Yeah. I'm the closer on command. I want to face two batters. I don't know why you actually kind of feel like, I'm surprised I haven't asked you this yet. I'm not quite sure why you don't do that.
It's a great question. And before we get to ratings, I will answer. The answer is my career as an actor mirrors what my career as a closer would be, which is to say, I'm very happy, and we've talked about this before, I'm very happy being number 6, number 7, number 8 on the call sheet, the guy who's barely in the show. Very happy to be a part of that. And then every once in a while they say, hey, can you stand on this mark? We'll put a sandbag down for you. You need to say a couple of lines, and then you get the hell out and you get to go home. To me, that's the acting equivalent of being a closer, where the other cast members are like, is he even on the show? And then the producer's like, yeah, he is.
No, love that. I
love it.
You know me, I'm built the opposite. I want to put in an 18-hour day.
That's right.
I want all the lines. And
give me the ball, coach. I'm ready.
You're like at 2 p.m., if you're like wrapped and getting in your car, you couldn't be happier. You're like
2 p.m. I have to work that late.
No,
we started
at 2. Started at 10.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
And
there was lunch, I assume.
You're in the second scene. You got lunch.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So it worked out well for you. Right. You weren't early. You got to wait around, go to Crafty. You blocked. You got lunch. You came back from lunch. You shot your scene. You literally had you had 4 lines. Kind of nailed it. Everyone loves it. You're nice to everybody. Everybody loves you. And then you're in your car.
Yeah.
You love that.
When Jim called me up, when Jim called and said, hey, you want to do Superman? He said to me, do you want to play Superman? I said, do you have anything smaller?
Right.
He said, I got just the thing. Just the thing.
So he was like, because I can see you, you got the dark hair, you got the complexion.
Sure.
You could be Superman.
I got the build.
Yeah. And so he was like, maybe this is my Superman. Mm-hmm. And you, that's it's a heavy mantle. Oh. It's a heavy mantle. And you're kind of like, I'm not going home at 2.
No.
If I'm Clark.
No, forget it. And the amount of the costume changes, and those suits, you want to take a whiz when you're in that suit? That's 40 minutes. You got to peel that thing off, shake it out, whiz it out. And you gotta peel the thing back on. It takes forever. I don't want that. I think I shot for a total of half an hour. Oh no, that's not true because I had to do a scene with what's his face, Lex Luthor. That took like an hour. I have 2 hours. 2.5 hours.
Perfect
and
for you.
I couldn't have been happier. You know? And that's a wrap on Michael Ian Black. We're 2 hours into the day. I'm like, see ya. Couldn't have been happier.
Yeah, you're like, if you'd gotten there early, you're like, oh, that's the first guy that rapped out. The first time we've clapped. It's the first time the crew's clapped. And the crew's like, what? The grips are like, huh? We got to go for 3 more months. We're clapping already? It's like, yeah, the Fox guy. His stuff is... We're done with his stuff. And he's happy. He's driving home. He's like that guy, Michael, the photographer. He's like pounding his shoulder. He's like, attaboy, kid. Perfect job. And then the thing comes out and everybody in the world sees it and everybody knows who you are. It couldn't be it's perfect for you. You're like, yeah, pivotal role. I'm in there. The guy didn't enter in a hashtag Hornet's Nest with me. You had a good relationship with Warner's. You're just like, you're on every screen on the planet, and you're done in like 45 minutes tops.
Yeah,
it's perfect for you. Like it's kind of perfect for you. That makes me really happy. All right, so my ratings with the old snack on the run, tuna salad and crackers, Bumblebee. I am gonna sit there, and one of my favorite parts of the whole holiday season is the day after turkey sandwich. It's not a snack for me; it's a meal. But I'm going to get the turkey out. I'm gonna have the salt and pepper. I'm gonna have the white bread. It's got to be the white bread, and I'm gonna have like heavy mayo. Mm-hmm. I love the mayo, and I'm making that whole thing wet, and then I smear the cranberry over that.
Sure,
it's just like it's just heaven. I am not an anti mayo guy. I do not, I'm not going to opt for it that often, but I very much enjoy it in its place. For this tuna experience for me, I am not. I enjoy tuna. I'm going to go egg salad before I go tuna, but I enjoy this tuna. But I specifically enjoy it when it is wet. When it's a moist tuna, the mayonnaise does not bother me at all. The slightly sweetness to this tuna does not bother me. To me, it's a kind of a light, happy, sunny summer day type of tuna. I am pleasantly surprised by how it folds and complements. They complement each other, the cracker and the tuna. What we have here, Michael, is a box and a tin foil package and a tiny spoon, and it far exceeds what I thought those combination of things would do. For me, snack on the run, tuna salad and crackers for Bumblebee, 7.
This is what I love about this podcast. I love that every now and again, we get an episode with a spread. And I don't just mean a tuna spread, I mean a ratings spread. Mm-hmm. Every now and again, we get a snack where you and I are just on the sitting on opposite sides of the fence, and that's okay.
That's life.
Now, that's the way it is, brother. When day after Thanksgiving, I'm with you. The turkey sandwich, nothing better. Nothing better. Am I taking out the Hellmann's for the day after Thanksgiving turkey sandwich, Tom? The answer is usually not. What I'm doing instead, I'm getting the leftover gravy. I'm getting the cranberry sauce. I'm going open face. I'm heating that whole thing up.
Okay.
I don't want the mayo. Now, have I ever? Yes. Sometimes if I'm having a cold turkey sandwich, I will use mayo, but it's going to be a very thin sheen. I'm not going heavy on the mayo. That's just disgusting. And because Bumblebee went heavy on the mayo and some undefined sweetness, that is doubly disgusting. When I said it reminded me of cat food, I'll be honest. I feel like my cat eats slightly better than what Bumblebee is presenting me with this snack on the run, tuna salad and crackers. It was gross to me conceptually. It was gross to me in execution. I do like the spoon. The crackers are fine. Snack on the run, tuna salad and crackers, 3. I'll see you next week.
See you next week.